The night sky flickered with an unnatural silence as two figures materialized near a dense forest in Oregon. Hana and Yerin stepped onto Earth's soil, their holographic disguises perfectly mimicking human college students. Their arrival was not a choice but a punishment. The Celestial Confederation had strict rules about interstellar conduct. One small mistake, a diplomatic communication error during a routine stellar conference, had cost them their prestigious positions. Instead of facing immediate termination, they were sentenced to 5 Earth years of cultural rehabilitation on a planet considered backward and primitive. Hana adjusted her backpack, her eyes scanning the surrounding wilderness with calculated precision. She was taller, with sharp features and a posture that suggested years of military training. Yerin, shorter and more compact, carried a compact data device hidden within her jacket, continuously analyzing their new environment. "Temperature is manageable," Hana whispered in their native language. "Atmospheric composition nearly matches our predictions." Yerin nodded, her holographic disguise showing a slight smirk. They looked like typical international students: dark hair, neutral clothing, backpacks filled with carefully constructed human documentation. Their technology was so advanced that no human scanner could detect their true identity. A small rental car waited for them, pre-programmed and purchased through complex digital manipulation. Yerin took the driver's seat, her movements precise and calculated. Earth's traffic rules seemed absurdly complicated compared to their automated transportation systems. Their destination was a small college town near the research center. They had been strategically placed close to scientific communities, hoping to minimize potential exposure while completing their mandatory exile. The Confederation believed isolation would teach them humility. As they drove, the forest gave way to small suburban landscapes. Streetlights illuminated quiet roads, and occasional houses stood like silent sentinels. Hana continuously monitored local communication signals, gathering information about human social structures. "We need to establish a believable backstory," she said, reviewing digital documents they had created. "International students studying environmental sciences. It matches our required research parameters." Yerin agreed, her fingers dancing across the digital interface hidden within her sleeve. They would enroll in the local community college, blend into the human population, and complete their mandatory observation period. Their spacecraft, now invisible and embedded deep within the forest, would serve as their secret base of operations. Advanced camouflage technology ensured it remained undetected by human scanning systems. The rental car smoothly entered the college campus parking lot. Early morning light painted the buildings in soft hues, and students began populating the walkways. Hana and Yerin stepped out, their movements synchronized and controlled. "Remember," Hana whispered, "minimal emotional engagement. We are here to observe, not interact." Yerin nodded, but something in her peripheral vision caught her attention. A human male, tall, carrying scientific equipment, walking with purpose, seemed different from the other inhabitants. His movements suggested intelligence beyond typical human parameters. Little did they know Daniel Parker, an environmental researcher, would become more than just an observation subject. Their carefully constructed plan of isolation was about to be dramatically altered. As they walked towards the college administration building, neither Hana nor Yerin understood that their punishment was about to become their most significant life experience. Earth, a planet they considered primitive and uninteresting, held secrets they could never have anticipated. The morning sun continued to rise, unaware of the extraordinary beings who had just arrived, ready to change everything they knew about themselves and humanity. Their exile had begun. The community college buzzed with typical morning energy. Students moved between classes, carrying books and coffee, their conversations a mix of excitement and academic stress. Hana and Yerin walked carefully, their every movement calculated to appear normal. Daniel Parker's environmental research lab was located in the science building's west wing. He didn't notice the two new students initially, his attention focused on complex climate data projected on multiple screens. Soil samples from recent expeditions covered his workspace, telling stories of environmental changes. Hannah selected an advanced ecology course, knowing it would provide the best cover for their mission. Yerin chose complementary environmental science classes. Their strategy was simple: blend in, observe, remain detached. During the first lecture, Professor Mitchell discussed global climate challenges. Hannah found herself unexpectedly intrigued. Human understanding seemed primitive yet remarkably passionate. Yerin took meticulous notes, her digital interface secretly translating and analyzing every spoken word. Daniel entered the same lecture hall to guest lecture about local ecosystem restoration. His presentation was different, not just scientific data, but a narrative of human connection with nature. He spoke about forests like they were living beings, each tree a story, each ecosystem a complex network of relationships. Something unexpected happened. Yerin's advanced emotional recognition software detected genuine passion in Daniel's presentation. This was not typical human behavioral pattern. After the lecture, Daniel noticed Hannah and Yerin. Their attentiveness stood out among distracted students. Most young people checked smartphones or seemed disinterested. These two listened with an intensity that seemed unusual. "Interesting lecture." Daniel approached them, extending his hand. "I'm Daniel Parker." Hannah responded first, her handshake precise, almost mechanical. "I'm Hannah. This presentation was informative." Yerin nodded, her eyes analyzing Daniel's facial expressions. Micro-movements suggested he was genuinely interested in their response. Their first real human interaction had begun. Over the next weeks, they encountered Daniel multiple times, sometimes in lecture halls, sometimes near research facilities. He seemed to be everywhere, collecting soil samples, discussing restoration projects, engaging students. Hannah and Yerin's mission parameters demanded minimal interaction, but Daniel's work challenged their preconceived notions about human capability. His research suggested humans understood complex ecological systems better than they initially believed. One afternoon, Daniel invited them to assist in a forest restoration project. It was a test. He wanted to understand these seemingly perfect international students better. Hannah and Yerin couldn't refuse without raising suspicion. The forest project revealed unexpected complexities. Daniel showed them how local communities work together, how individual human actions could transform entire ecosystems. Hannah found herself asking genuine questions. Yerin's data collection became more than just mission requirements. Their holographic disguises remained perfect. No human could detect their true nature, but something was changing inside them. Earth was not the primitive planet they had been told about. Humanity was far more complex. Daniel noticed their unusual learning speed, their precise observations. Most students saw fieldwork as a chore. Hannah and Yerin approached it like a complex scientific experiment with dedication and genuine curiosity. "Where are you both from?" Daniel asked during a lunch break. Hannah had prepared a detailed backstory. "We are from a small research-focused community. Our education system emphasizes practical learning." Her response was technically true, just not from the planet humans knew. Yerin remained quiet, analyzing Daniel's reaction. His genuine interest was fascinating. Humans were supposed to be simple, predictable. He was anything but ordinary. As evening approached, they completed their field research. Daniel seemed satisfied with their work. He didn't know these were not typical students, but advanced beings from another world. Their first true encounter with humanity had begun, and nothing would be the same again. The forest around them whispered its ancient secrets, unaware of the extraordinary beings walking among its trees. Winter arrived slowly in Oregon, bringing cold winds and occasional snow. Daniel's research intensified as climate challenges became more complex. Hannah and Yerin found themselves increasingly involved in his projects, their initial mission of observation transforming into genuine collaboration. One particularly cold morning, Daniel discovered a critical environmental problem. A local ecosystem was collapsing due to subtle temperature changes. Most researchers would have written reports. Daniel wanted action. Hannah's advanced technological knowledge began to merge with Daniel's passionate approach. She recognized patterns in environmental data that human systems missed. Yerin's computational abilities allowed them to create predictive models far beyond current scientific capabilities. During a late-night research session, Daniel noticed something unusual about his two assistants. Their problem-solving methods were extraordinary. They didn't just analyze data, they understood its living, breathing context. "How did you develop such unique research skills?" Daniel asked, drinking his third cup of coffee. Yerin exchanged a quick glance with Hana. Their backstory was perfect, but Daniel's intuition seemed different from typical humans. "Our education system values practical solutions," Hana responded, her voice carefully controlled. The research facility became their unexpected meeting ground. Daniel's passion for environmental restoration matched their own hidden objectives of understanding human potential. What started as a mission of observation was becoming something more. A critical moment arrived when they discovered a potential solution to the ecosystem collapse. Daniel's local knowledge, combined with their advanced technologies, created a revolutionary approach. They could save not just the local forest, but potentially develop a model for global environmental restoration. Yerin's digital interface worked over time, converting complex scientific data into actionable strategies. Hana's technological understanding allowed them to bridge theoretical concepts with practical implementation. Daniel provided the human context, the emotional connection to the land. Local indigenous communities became unexpectedly crucial to their research. Daniel introduced them to traditional ecological knowledge, something that surprised Hana and Yerin. Humans weren't just scientifically primitive, they possessed deep, intuitive understanding of environmental systems. Their work attracted attention. Other researchers began noticing the unusual team, 2 international students and a dedicated local scientist producing groundbreaking research. Conference invitations started arriving, highlighting their potential breakthrough. One evening, during a complex data analysis, Daniel shared something personal. He spoke about his childhood in the forests, how nature had always been his true language. Hana and Yerin listened, their advanced emotional recognition systems detecting genuine, human complexity. Yerin realized something profound. Their punishment was transforming into an unexpected journey of discovery. Humans were not weak or primitive. They were adaptable, passionate, capable of extraordinary connections. The local ecosystem became their shared project. Every data point told a story. Every research session revealed deeper layers of understanding. Daniel never knew his 2 assistants were not human, but they were becoming more human with each passing day. Their technological advantages allowed precise interventions. Small changes in forest management, subtle technological implementations, careful ecological balancing. Their approach was revolutionary. Local environmental groups started noticing their work. Small presentations turned into significant discussions. Daniel's reputation grew, and with it, the credibility of their research. Hana found herself experiencing something unexpected: respect for human potential. Yerin's data collections became more than just mission reports. They were becoming narratives of human environmental connection. As winter slowly gave way to early spring, their research team became something more than a scientific group. They became a family of sorts, united by a common goal of environmental restoration. Daniel never suspected the true nature of his 2 assistants. To him, they were brilliant international students with an extraordinary approach to science. Little did he know that their mission was about to change everything. He understood about scientific research, environmental restoration, and the potential of collaborative discovery. The forest around them continued its ancient cycle, witnessing an extraordinary collaboration between human passion and advanced technological understanding. Their unexpected connection was just beginning. Spring brought unexpected changes. The research team's work caught national attention. Environmental agencies began discussing their revolutionary ecosystem restoration model. Daniel, Hana, and Yerin found themselves at the center of a potential global breakthrough. A critical environmental crisis emerged in the Pacific Northwest. Climate changes threatened multiple ecosystems, potentially causing widespread ecological collapse. Where traditional methods failed, their unique approach showed promise. Hana's technological insights merged seamlessly with Daniel's local knowledge. Yerin's computational abilities transformed complex data into actionable strategies. They were no longer just researchers. They had become guardians of an ecosystem. During a critical field expedition, something unexpected happened. A sudden landslide threatened to destroy years of ecological restoration work. Daniel's immediate response surprised Hana and Yerin. He didn't just see scientific data, he saw living connections. "We can save this," Daniel said, his hands already moving, organizing a rapid response team. Yerin's advanced sensors detected minute environmental changes. Hana's technological interventions created stabilization points. Daniel's human intuition guided their precise actions. Together they stopped the potential ecological disaster. Local indigenous elders began to notice their work. They spoke about connection, something beyond scientific understanding. The team's approach resonated with traditional ecological knowledge. One evening, around a research campfire, an elder named Sarah shared ancient wisdom. She spoke about forests as living systems, about human responsibility to nature. Hana and Yerin listened, their understanding of humanity transforming with each word. Their mission of observation had become something more profound. They were no longer distant observers. They were becoming part of something bigger. Daniel started noticing subtle changes in his research partners. Their connection grew beyond professional collaboration. Late-night research sessions became moments of shared discovery. Yerin's computational skills, Hana's technological insights, and Daniel's passionate approach created something extraordinary. A breakthrough came unexpectedly. Their ecosystem restoration model could potentially reverse significant climate damage. Government agencies and international research groups wanted to understand their methods. Yerin discovered something unexpected about human emotions. Daniel's passion wasn't just scientific, it was deeply personal. He saw every tree, every ecosystem as a living being with its own story. Hana found herself experiencing genuine human connection. Their initial mission of punishment was transforming into a journey of mutual understanding. The research facility became their home. Daniel never suspected their true origins. To him, they were brilliant international researchers with an extraordinary approach to environmental science. Their technology remained hidden, their true nature a secret. But their impact was becoming increasingly visible. Small ecological interventions showed remarkable results. Forests began recovering. Endangered species found new habitats. Local communities started calling them environmental heroes. News reports highlighted their groundbreaking work. Daniel, Hana, and Yerin became symbols of hope in a challenging environmental landscape. Yerin's emotional recognition systems detected a profound transformation. She was no longer just collecting data. She was feeling the impact of their work. Hana noticed similar changes in her own perception. Their alien technology became a tool for human restoration. Every intervention was carefully balanced, respecting local ecological systems. Daniel's leadership combined with their advanced capabilities created something unique. They weren't just saving ecosystems, they were reimagining human environmental relationships. As summer approached, their work gained international recognition. Research institutions worldwide wanted to understand their methods. Conferences invited them to share their breakthrough approaches. The forest around them continued its ancient cycle, now healing through their collective efforts. What started as a punishment had become a profound journey of discovery, connection, and unexpected love. Hana and Yerin were no longer just observers. They had become participants in humanity's most important story, the story of survival, connection, and hope. Their transformation was complete. The communication arrived unexpectedly. Earth-coded quantum signal from the Celestial Confederation, their mandatory exile period was complete. Hana and Yerin could return home. Their spacecraft waited silently in the dense Oregon forest, hidden from human detection. Everything they needed was prepared, a simple return journey to their technologically advanced world. Their mission was technically complete, but something had changed. Daniel continued working on their collaborative research, unaware of the decision hanging in the balance. Their ecosystem restoration project had transformed environmental understanding globally. Governments, scientific institutions, and local communities celebrated their breakthrough. Yerin analyzed the return signal. Her computational systems presented logical arguments for returning. Their original civilization offered advanced technologies, perfect environmental control, and a structured existence. Earth seemed primitive in comparison. Hana's perspective had shifted. She remembered the forest's living complexity, Daniel's passionate approach to environmental restoration, the human capacity for genuine connection. The Celestial Confederation's message was clear: return immediately or face permanent exile. Their hidden spacecraft contained everything from their original world, advanced technologies that could solve most of humanity's complex challenges. Returning meant safety, predictability, and technological superiority. Staying meant uncertainty. Daniel invited them to a final research presentation. International scientists would gather to discuss their ecosystem restoration model. His excitement was infectious. He saw their work as a turning point for human environmental understanding. "We've changed everything," Daniel said during their final preparation. "Our model could save entire ecosystems worldwide." Yerin noticed something in his voice. Pure human passion. Not calculated scientific approach, but genuine hope for planetary healing. The conference day arrived. Their research presentation would determine global environmental strategies. Daniel spoke first, his words painting a picture of hope and potential. Hana and Yerin supported with technological insights. During a break, they received the final return signal. The Celestial Confederation demanded an immediate decision. Hana looked at Daniel, understanding something profound about human connection. Yerin's computational systems detected emotional complexities beyond logical analysis. They discussed privately, their alien communication undetectable to human ears. "We have discovered something beyond our mission," Hana said. "Humanity's potential." Yerin agreed. "Our technological superiority means nothing without emotional understanding." The decision became clear. They would stay. Their choice meant permanent separation from their original civilization. No return, no communication, complete integration with human society. Daniel noticed something different in their eyes during the final presentation, a depth of commitment that went beyond scientific collaboration. The research facility became their permanent home. Their advanced technologies secretly supported environmental restoration. No one would know their true origins. Local indigenous communities welcomed them. Scientific institutions celebrated their work. Daniel became more than a colleague. He became family. Their spacecraft, hidden deep in the forest, would remain their secret, a reminder of a journey that transformed from punishment to purpose. As years passed, their ecosystem restoration model became a global standard. Forests recovered. Climate challenges found innovative solutions. Humanity moved closer to environmental harmony. Hana and Yerin had found something more valuable than technological superiority. They had found love. Love for a planet, for its potential, for its beautiful complexity. Their punishment had become their greatest gift. The forest around them continued its ancient cycle, now healing through their collective efforts. What started as a mission of observation had become a journey of profound transformation. They were home, not in a distant technological world, but here, on Earth, with Daniel, surrounded by the living, breathing ecosystem they had helped restore. Their choice of heart was complete.